Yep, there it is. Don't say it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL. And no, it's not clickbait. Bruno Fernandes has probably made his way into my team. So listen, I've spent a lot of time, guys, slating everybody about Bruno in FPL. Offline, I'm starting fights off everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on these videos. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. So look, this is just the way it is. It's my team, right? So yeah, let's get straight into it because I just want to talk about how this has happened. So there's my team as it stands, the team which we all saw the last week or so, and I've been so confident about not using Bruno. Like, I think he's probably not worth 12 million. I think he's probably going to get less penalties based on the new rules in the Premier League, and the referee's probably going to go over the top on the penalty rule and maybe not award so many. And also, I think there's a chance he's not as attacking when the likes of Sancho are involved. Like, he may not get as far up the pitch. I still believe all that. The one issue and the one thing which has always been bugging me is if Bruno Fernandes has an absolute stormer for the first 4 weeks, me not having him could literally ruin my whole season, right? Like, I may never recover from that. So I'm just constantly wondering if this gamble is worth it. Now, last season, I took the gamble after game week 25-ish, and it really paid off. I got rid of Bruno. He went on a terrible run. The players I brought in instead did really well, and I went up from 600,000th to in the top 20k within 10 weeks. But that was at the end of the season. Now, the start of the season, you really want to try and be template a lot where you can, because the main aim is to just be in the kind of the main pack going into the second half of the season. And I just think with all the risks I'm taking, maybe this is one I should maybe sit back on. And since Tsimikas has come in and saved everyone a load of money, there's actually a really easy route to Bruno. So right now, my plan, Havertz for game week 1, keep 1.5 million in the bank, upgrade to Son for game week 2, and then just go from there. If we go to the transfers, this is actually the easiest transfer in the world. So I take out Havertz. I get rid of Tony, who, look, Tony's a gamble, right? He's coming up from the Championship. I put in Bruno Fernandes. And I put in a 4.5 million striker. And there it is. So, I mean, the first 4 game weeks, Bruno could easily outscore the combination of Havertz 1, Son 3. But then at the end of game week 4, I can just go back to Son and I'll have 2 million in the bank. I can get rid of Davis back for Tony if I want. So I actually can still stick with what my initial plan was. But instead of taking that gamble on Havertz, who got 120 minutes last night, and that's another thing I'm worried about. He played the entire Super Cup game last night. Like, I don't even know if he's going to play in the next game. And Son's obviously a big risk because we don't know what the Harry Kane situation is. So, yeah, I'm starting to think that this may be the way forward. And this is the first time, actually, this season or this last few weeks that I've put together a team and I actually feel quite happy with it. So there was always something I wasn't quite sure about. And I think it really was just taking that gamble on not having Fernandes. As much as I think it probably is the right thing to do, I'm just not sure it's worth potentially ruining your entire season for. Like, if I have this team after 6 to 8 game weeks, I'll be in the top million, you'd imagine, because it's a lot of template players, a lot of players that are going to get you consistent returns. Whereas without Fernandes, if I mess up, if the 2 lads I have in instead don't do much and Fernandes goes on a tear, I mean, I may never catch up. I could be 4 millionth after 6, 7 game weeks. So, look, I could change my mind again. But when I clicked that I could get Fernandes in for those 2 simple moves, I've not been able to see anything but that since. So, yeah, that's the update. So, yeah, quite an important update. So, yeah, I lock in that transfer, and then all of a sudden, here's my team. I've got Salah captain. I guess I can make Bruno the vice captain. And then I've got a bench, which actually does have 2 playing players. Now, the big risk is always going to be that, look, Tsimikas and Marty are only going to be playing for a certain amount of time. But if I can get to game week 5 with 11 playing players, at that point, I'm probably going to be happy to, like, if Fernandez has destroyed it, then look, I keep him. Again, I've never been married to the idea of never owning Fernandez. It was more just I'm not sure I need him at the beginning. But if he's doing terribly, I can get rid of him. But no, I've not lost any rank because everyone else had him as well. So, yeah, it feels like the smart thing to do. Even though I don't think he's worth 12 million, I think the smart play is to still own him. So, yeah, I'm feeling like that squad there. I'm very happy with it. 4-4-2. Everyone's got fairly okay fixtures. I've got 2 strikers up front that I can, again, they're not £6.5 million pounders. I can easily take money out of there or put it in as needed. And yeah, I've got flexibility all over the park. So there is a good chance that on my official team reveal tomorrow, this may well be the team. Yeah, and I'm very, very happy with it. Although it does mean, again, I'm basically jumping on the bandwagon of Fernandez. It feels like I've kind of justified it myself. So yeah, drop in the comments what you think. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be very happy that Fernandez has found its way into my team. Yeah, so that's that. We'll have more maybe in a live stream, maybe later on, maybe tomorrow. But for now, let's have a chat about captains. Probably need to change the slide if we're going to do that. So yeah, 4 captains I want to chat about. Not a huge amount on any of them. I've not gone into depth too much on what I've been looking to talk about. But I'm cognizant I've not done a captaincy video. So look, for game week 1, for me, there's only one captain. It's got to be Mo Salah. Like Norwich, they've not done much in the transfer window. There's a chance that Cantwell's not going to be playing. I think Pookie might be a risk. I think I read that somewhere. Their pre-season's not been amazing. So for me, Salah is the only captain. I just don't see how we can go elsewhere. Now, Havertz, who we'll talk about in a moment, was potential for me. But now after him getting so many minutes, I'm now not sure. So yeah, not going to go too much into detail. Salah is 100% going to be my captain. He's probably going to be the highest captaincy pick of the season outside of a double game week. I mean, there are other options who we'll talk about in a moment, but I think in terms of consistency, Mo Salah is probably what you'd deem as the most nailed on. Secondly, so yeah, it's Kai Havertz. I was all about taking the punt on Havertz until I watched the match last night. It's Thursday now. I mean, he had 120 minutes in a tough Super Cup final game. I'm just not sure it's worth the risk. All of a sudden, I'm thinking maybe Werner starts up front, maybe Havertz, maybe he doesn't finish the game. Ziyech is obviously not going to be playing now. He was another guy I was considering taking a punt on. He went off with a bad injury. Looks like he's broke a bone. So yeah, Havertz if you want to take a punt, but after last night, maybe this is not as important as the likes of Mo Salah. And then the third choice, my new best friend, Bruno Fernandes. So look, if you've got him in your team, Leeds at home is probably one of the best fixtures you can hope for. Leeds, sometimes they'll keep a clean sheet, but sometimes they'll leave themselves very exposed at the back. And Fernandes is the sort of player that's really going to take advantage of that. He's much more likely to get assists in a game like this. Like Leeds, they will be quite a stretched team. They score a lot of goals, but they do often leave themselves open at the back. So whilst I'm not going to go Fernandes captain, or it's unlikely I will, I can see a lot of merit in making him, or any United player, as a captain. If you've not got Fernandes and don't fancy Salah, I could really see why you go Greenwood as a captain. He's another one we could have spoken about. And finally, another Liverpool player, Trent Alexander-Arnold. What I'd consider a punt, right? Trent, there's a chance he kicks off the season absolutely on fire. Now, you're really only doing this captaincy choice if you feel that Norwich are not going to score. Without a clean sheet, captaining a defender, like we've seen it when I captained Cancelo last season when he got the goal and the assist, the clean sheet for the extra 4 points and then usually the 3 bonus that follow it, that's really what you need your bread and butter to be. So look, I can see an argument why you'd captain Trent. Potentially quite an easy clean sheet against Norwich. That usually brings you to at least 6 points, double that to 12. He's very likely to get attacking returns in a game like this. Norwich will probably have a lot of men at the back. The likes of Trent are really going to be allowed to bomb forward. There'll be a lot of crosses coming in the box. If he manages to claim himself even just an assist with that clean sheet, you're looking at 12 or more points, double to 24 or more points. So yeah, I mean, I've just spoke for a few minutes about why I'm taking Fernandes, just because I don't want to take that extra risk on game week 1. So maybe taking that extra risk with Trent is not the best idea either. But if you are looking to take a bit of a punt in game week 1, I can see why Trent Alexander-Arnold might be the guy. So, a lot packed into a 10-minute video. The captaincy picks, but also the revelation that Fernandes is probably going to be in my team. So yeah, we'll probably talk more about that in the Lex live stream. We'll have another video up tomorrow, and then that's it. Game week 1 will begin, and we'll all go back to our normal lives. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and hit that subscribe button if you've watched the entirety of this video. You may as well. And yeah, I'll chat to you all in the live chat on the next live stream. Take it easy, guys.